can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Cook. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing, Cousins. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Check. Lucky. 2.
4th down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins, and Diggs has it. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 6 yards.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Brissett hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, one set.
Brissett sets to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
To throw is Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter.
dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Throwing on first down. Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Joker.
Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. 68 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, let's go.
From the 29, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
You got to point it right, point it right, point it right.
Hurry, hurry!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And an alley to run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Running from the gun with Howard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A first down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, 46 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition. Does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Watch the slant.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. This is something that we know that they like to do, incorporating him out of the backfield into their passing attack.
And it's not just a check down option either. This is a full part of their offense, and they rely on the fact that they can get the ball in his hands.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Mike.
They go play action. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
I'm letting you know. Run. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Hey, alert! Smooth. Mike's 47. I'm coming. Regular. 47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
81.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Check. Mike 57. All day, baby, all day.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 47 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Browns 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th.
There he goes, right side. A big play that time out of Chubb, and even 70 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
You got it! You got it!
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
On second down and 4, Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Check 53. Hey, exit. Check 53's mine. Go, go, go. Check. Tighten up, tighten. Hey, empty.
It's a second down run with Sanders. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Check, 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 check. Great 57.
Back to throw. Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
You don't want it. Spine. No.
They'll try and run for it, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. So on 4th and goal, Howard unable to get there, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for